See you like 16 years almost the time. And I'm just a child. And you're so wrong. And now I'm like nothing that I've ever known. I can't help you if you won't help yourself. I can't. No, I can't help you if you don't help yourself.
That was Amy Winehouse and Help Yourself, the biggest influence for Near Archives on a new EP, Sunrise, Bang Your Head Against the Wall. Near's hanging out with us right now, and we'll pick a curveball influence in just a bit, and we'll hear a track from the EP, so we're getting the full breadth of how Near brought this thing together. I want to dive into the title next, Near, if that's okay. Is it kind of like a reference for when you've been out for too long?
Yeah, it could. Yeah, you could say that. If I'm being honest with you, I made this song in 2020 during the lockdown, and I had terrible insomnia. I was staying up till like 6 a.m. every night, literally watching the sunrise. But it was also like an ode to like many a times where I've gone out, I've gone to an afters in someone's kitchen, the sun's come up, and it's like the worst feeling ever. And all I want to do is like bang my head against the wall and teleport home. So it was like all that experience in one title, and that came out as Sunrise, Bang Your Head Against the Wall.
Oh, they are the worst such moments. So bad, aren't they? Well, yeah, when you realise you've overstepped the mark by like 5 hours or so, and you should have been getting some really sweet. Yeah, I know. It's a total write-off. It kind of, I guess, maybe feels like then that this EP is full of big realisations, perhaps, or growth, actually, maybe is a better way to put it.
Definitely. I think I've done a lot of growing up in the past year, and I think this project for me is kind of like 6 different tracks with 6 different moods, and it's a project that I've really lived with, and like I listen to it on the train or on the bus, or like when I'm going to the shop, and like, I don't know, I just, been living with it quite a lot,
What's been the biggest piece of growth that you've done, do you think?
I think a lot more like self-love this year has been something I'm really proud of, and just like coming into myself more and like being more confident in myself, and like relationships like can teach you a lot about yourself as well, the parts that you like about yourself, the parts that you don't like about yourself. And that's been my real change this year, just becoming more confident. I used to be super shy, so I've become more like growing into myself kind of thing.
And one track to probably demonstrate that best off the EP is the latest single, Conveniency. I can't always be your option number 3 is the lyric, isn't it? No, absolutely not. And you are very soulful, you are very real on that track, and you let emotion really do the talking. And as we spoke about with Amy Winehouse, she is one that definitely does that. So you can feel the connection between that influence for sure on this song. Near Archives is going under the influence around a brand new EP, Sunrise, Bang Your Head Against the Wall, and this is on it. It's called Conveniency.
I can't always be I know that I'm your homie. I ain't just gonna let that go. Don't think you can just call me because you're feeling lonely. I can't always be option number 3. I'm your conveniency. You ain't never chosen me. I can't always be option number 3. I'm your conveniency. You ain't never chosen me. Tell me, is it me? You don't wanna see, and your priority lately. So tell me, is it me? I can't always be option number 3. I'm your convenience. You ain't never chosen me. I can't always be Option number three. I'm not your convenience. You ain't never chosen me. No, I can't. 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 Tell me it's a me. You don't wanna say, I wanna say why. I'm forever saying no, I can't. Tell me it's a me. Tell me it's a me. You don't wanna say, I wanna say why. I'm forever saying no. Tell me it's a me.
Near Archives and Conveniency on Radio 1. She's going under the influence tonight around that new EP, Sunrise, Bang Your Head Against the Wall. The biggest influence was Amy Winehouse and Help Yourself. And we're going to get a curveball from you in a second here, something that people would not expect to have had an impact in any way on this project that you've made. But just before we get there, I'm wondering how this EP perhaps points to the future. You mentioned a potential album and how this might have a nice impact on that. So maybe a little bit more specifically, which songs, where across the EP do you feel like you want to take forward into an album?
I think for me, I love like Diana on that project. That's like a proper ravey club moment. But also really enjoy like Say Tell Me, and also like the song that I've done with Maverick Sabre as well. So I kind of want to just like take that like love for like raving and also like my little deep moments, the come ups, the come downs, all of that.
So the journey is going to be integral then. That's something you want to make sure people experience, that they go somewhere, they sort of leave with something and come back with something else.
Definitely, yeah.
Nice. I guess like you must have gone on a journey yourself, discovering music and learning about different styles and tastes and what you really enjoyed. So, I mean, that appetite to explore musically, where has it taken you? What other stuff outside of jungle and drum and bass and soul and pop music do you really love?
I mean, I love like punk and like I love rock music and indie. I love The Doors, they're one of my favourite bands. And I also love like Radiohead as well.
Oh, nice. Did Radiohead have an impact on the EP in any way?
Definitely. I mean, not consciously, but when I listen to like Say Tell Me, for example, I can definitely hear that kind of Radiohead, like melodies and just layers and stuff. Like, yeah, I love their music and I listened to them a huge chunk of my teenage years. So yeah, there's definitely some like unconscious like influence there, you know.
So I mean, if there's one Radiohead song that you'd say probably had a really nice impact on you and where we've ended up with this EP, what would it be?
Oh, so hard. Probably, I love In Rainbows. It's my favourite Radiohead album. And if there's one song that's had a massive influence on me, it would definitely be 15 Step. I just love everything about the track.
The biggest influence for Near Archive tonight, Amy Winehouse and Help Yourself. We heard Conveniency from the new EP, Sunrise, Bang Your Head Against the Wall. And this is the curveball, Radiohead and 15 Step. Cheers, Mia.
Thank you.
You let me out and then you cut the string. You stay alright. What happened? Did the cat get on top? Did you string from under?
Radiohead, 15th Step on Radio 1, the colourful influence from Nia Archives on her brand new EP, the biggest Amy Winehouse and Help Yourself. And you heard Conveniency from the EP.
Radio 1 Breakfast
With Greg James. Tomorrow on The Breakfast Show, I'm announcing the full Sunday lineup for Radio 1's big weekend in Dundee.
Listen from 8. Future artists on BBC Radio 1.
Now you're freezing at the flow. Hoped I wouldn't notice. I can tell you're switching focus. You ain't eating, you ain't hungry anymore. Something isn't clicking till she cooking in the kitchen. Is it me or is it hot in here? Is it me or is it hot in here? Is it me or is it hot in here? I can only do what I can. You see, I'm only one man. But you know I'll do my best for you. You know I'll do my best for you. You see, I'm only one man. But I'll do what I can. But you know I'll do my best for you. And when it slips down, I know you know I got it figured out. Figured out, yeah, I know, figured out. Yeah, I know, I got it 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 figured out. She don't wanna go to the cinema. She just wanna know if I'm into her. If not, she can go and commission her rights as a fingers on any of these fellas. She don't wanna go to the cinema. She just wanna know if I'm into her. If not, she can go and commission her rights as fingers. Spend a day's wage on you. I might fuck around. Spend a day's wage on you. Spend a day's wage on you. Little Westfield, and I'll get the bill. Spend a day's wage on you. As a beggar. Think a dog. But you know I'll do my best for you. You know I'll do my best for you.
Bravo. Figured out on Radio 1. Half an hour for you to discover your brand new favourite band or artist out here on Future Artists through until 10 o'clock with the best brand new music on the planet. This comes from Gabriel's. It's called Offering.
want your love and want no more. I want to sacrifice. I've shown and proved that I cannot do. Won't let you get me twice. Mama ain't raised no fool, I know you. But you tell him not to love right. My daddy taught me a thing. You better heed my advice. Show me this thing was meant to be. Don't let your love and no, no. I need more than your time. You pick the fight and you learn. Even your mama said it wasn't cool. I walk on broken glass. There is so much. Gave you the shirt off my back. Go on through the fire. Got this untied. Why can't you just give me something? Show me the thing is meant to be. Give me something. Can't live without. Give me something. Shoes all on my back. Give me something. To make it true. Give me something. I wanna see the other side of you. That's the good of way the pain. From the page ain't looking back. Saying sorry is a start. But you can't break the heart. Give me something. Show me the thing is meant to be. Give me something, baby. Give me something, baby. Give me something.
Gabriel's. That is Offering on Radio 1. It's Jackson was on Future Artists. It's Alistair in Denver tonight, locked in for the future of music. Harrison Stewart in Crowborough, loving the brand new bangers. Sarah as well, welcome to the Future Fan Club tonight. This next track has big Goo Goo Dolls Iris energy to it. It is totally all-consuming. Every single part of your body will be taken over by this song. The energy is really a longing for the feeling of love. The tones of the guitars kind of feel like the heavy weight of emotion on top of you, and the layering that the vocal gives is almost an androgynous tone. Gigi is behind it, and this track is called Sally.
Don't go to sleep, Sally, don't go to sleep. I'm missing the sound of your voice. Tell me about all of your backwards dreams. Do you feel that you made the right choice? How do you sleep, Sally? How do you sleep? And how did you go down and up on the street? You know that I'd ask you if only we'd speak. But I can't let you think you've got a hold on me. And I haven't kissed anyone. I haven't kissed anyone. Don't say a word, Sally, don't ever speak. I know you you're just singing a chord. I used to think you leaving was the most that it would hurt, but sticking around you was worse. But I stayed in my heart. I missed anyone in a while. I missed anyone in a while. Like you. Look at me, Sally, don't look at me. I'm not the one to look for right now. There's a box filled with mace and what's left of the brakes of the car that your brother drives now. And I haven't seen him in a while. I haven't seen him in a while. I haven't seen him in a while. Future artists on BBC Radio 1. Walks around like he owns the place. He's got a black suit on, killer smile on his face, and all the girls scream when they hear his name, but not me. Yeah. Baby only wants what he cannot have. So when I got his eye, almost drove him mad. I guess I play the game way better than he can. Yeah. Oh, he's got every heart in the night. He's got every heart. Every heart in the night, he's got every heart. Every heart in the night, he's got every heart. Every heart in the night. Baby loves to find the next thing to replace. He loves to promise girls to walk before leaving the next day. I think it's time to give him a taste of his own medicine. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Put your bottom to the left, vanity to the right. Tell your mama you're a fool, wasting all my precious time. Come kiss this girl goodbye. Oh, goodbye. Oh, he's got every heart. Every heart in the night. He's got every heart. Every heart in the night. He's got every heart. Every heart in the night. He's got every heart. I'll put your bottom to the left, vanity to the right. Tell your mama you're a fool, wasting all my precious time. Come kiss this girl goodbye, goodbye. He's got every heart, every heart in the night, every heart in the night, every heart.
Radio 1. Every heart but mine. Yo, Jack, tunes so fresh that Shazam can't even deal with them. Yeah, well, that's how we do it out here on Futurize. I told you it's the best brand new music on the planet. This is where the future begins. Monday to Wednesday from 8 p.m. on Radio 1. And this artist is called Bello. Former Next Wave artist. Track called Math. Also Harmless. The man spins it out here. A real natural pop maestro. Close ties with Remy Wolf and Dora Jar. You can hear why they all get on so well from this thing. This is a pop powerhouse called Cool Whip.
I'm so done with all of your bullshit, sugar coach, and some cool makeup stains all over your collar. 2 hours since she's been on your guard. Yo, I need something new, 'cause it's something to do. I promise you'll be true, but I don't believe you. Baby, I don't believe you. I need something new. Baby, I don't believe you. Daddy, I don't believe you. Sorry, baby, don't have the time to keep indulging all of your lies. Begging, pleading, no, so pathetic. Got a rocket anesthetic. God, you buy me something new, 'cause it's something to do. I promise you'll be true, but I don't believe you. Baby, I don't believe you. You're having something new. Baby, I don't believe you. I have some other you don't do. No, I don't believe you. No, I won't believe you. No, I don't believe you. No, I won't believe you. Sugar coat you in some cool whip.
Bello. Cool Whip. Did you hear Greg James announce Radio 1's big weekend lineup for Saturday yesterday? Oh my god. First festival of the summer and arguably the best. The Jonas Brothers are going to be headlining. The 1975 will be there too. Those are 2 really big names confirmed for Saturday. A future artist has got a big interest as well. The likes of Flo, Piri is going to be there as well, playing on the Future Soundstage. And then there's a bunch of others that are going to be on the BBC introducing stage. The future begins here, as I said, and makes its mark live in the flesh at Radio 1's big weekend in Dundee. Tom A. Smith will be there as well. This is his latest Little Bits.
Try a little bit harder, work a little bit longer, drive a little bit further, push a little bit stronger. Light up all these bits and believe you can break through. It's impossible. I've heard that said about 1,000,000 times before. It's beyond me. The fact remains that you're probably one in the distance. There is a goal that you can achieve. Break down bit by bit. There's got to be a point where you believe. Be unbreakable. The smallest things can push you on again. Be unshakable. Don't be an if you can be away.
You'll be performing on the Saturday of Radio 1's Big Weekend on the introducing stage. That is Tom A. Smith and Little Bits. Craig James will be announcing Sunday's lineup tomorrow at 8 a.m. on the Radio 1 Breakfast Show. Tickets are available on Friday from 8:30 a.m. for Radio 1's Big Weekend. This is Super Love and So Good.
Hey, I wanna tell you something today. It's left me feeling nothing. I don't know where to go when you know it's me. Cause I'm alone on my phone if you wanna see. Yes, I'm lost when I go. With you, I'll never go. With you,
Oh, that's outrageous.
This is Radio.
Super Love right there. So good on Radio 1's Future Artists. At 12 minutes, you can discover your brand new favourite band or artist. I got you though. like this from LA's Drain. Coming through with a little bit of riff release. The jogging is the thing that'll get you. Maybe even Alicia Sammy conjuring up a whale of reinvent a new you. This band are intent on exercising the worst parts of yourself. And why not? Do it to an outrageous piece of hardcore punk. Drain on Radio 1, this is MTS!
That's fucking shit, isn't it? Don't you think that's shit? Ah. Oh, fucking hell.
Wines protected by the devil. Casillero del Diablo sponsors great.
Nice. I didn't have time against it. Look, this reminds me of how I began dancing. This sort of social dancing.
The family was broken then, you know, and I never saw them again. Didn't your mother talk?
So this story is on your mum's side of the family.
Oh, good. Good.
Because this story involves the railways.
Oh, very good.
Did you know you had a connection with the railways?
No, I didn't know how to connect.
A woman who admitted drugging a man in Luton has told a jury that she only knew he died when police came to arrest her. Surpreet Dillon said she had no idea that Saul Murray had been fatally stabbed.
I genuinely think that they've all had a part to play, because had it not been for the girls targeting him on social media, giving him the GHB, calling in the guys, Saul wouldn't be dead now.
Hello. How do you think today went at court? I think that went quite well for us, to be fair. All of that bad character stuff. I particularly loved where she said she's never used any harm to anyone, but you've rendered people unconscious with the GHB. She's like, well, that's not harm. Well, surely not rendering someone unconscious is harm. I had a little squiz at the jury's face, and I think that was quite impactful.
Yeah, and I think the fact that it was made really clear to them that she hasn't got a clue what stage she leaves these men in. She leaves them unconscious. She doesn't know what harm has come to them.
Surpreet Dillon has admitted to the honey trap element of the case, and she's saying that she's done this 6 times before. In court, she's trying to make out that she needs to feed her children, when actually the reality is she's got a wardrobe full of designer clothes. She could afford £60 on cannabis and taxis around London to go and rob people. So that money is not being spent on her children, is it? It's to fund a certain lifestyle.
So it's interesting as well what she said around why Saul was targeted. He's come up as a link to her on Instagram, and then she's seen these 2 watches and thought, oh, he can be my next target.
Yeah, I felt, at that moment, I felt really quite sorry for the family. That's the difference between my son being alive and dead. The way she said it so casually, I just find incredible.
All these lives wasted for the sake of a couple of fake watches. Someone's lost their life, the families of all these individuals, they're going to grow up with their parents in prison.
An absolutely senseless crime. Absolutely senseless. We will never know exactly what happened, but just have to settle for that as police officers, don't you?
My thoughts will be with the family. With Saul's dad. I think that he was the last person of the family to see him. They appear to have had quite a nice relationship. I think it's a massive loss.
A man's been found guilty of murdering a man in Luton. 35-year-old Surpreet Dillon from London and 21-year-old Temidayo Awe from Gillingham were convicted of manslaughter, along with 29-year-old Cleon Brown from Hackney. 31-year-old Afia was found guilty of murder.
You can get support online at channel4.com/support. Right, the right at the top rulers are voting again, and the grafters are hungry, but just how hungry? Rise and fall next.
Challenge your thinking with Documentaries on 4, sponsored by Ford Puma.
And just in case you missed that, support is available online at channel4.com/support.
We're not getting caught. No one's catching us.
The Celebrity's Guide to Going Undercover.
I'm channeling my inner bird. By the way, can we go a bit faster?
Open the door!
Celebrity Hunted. Next Tuesday at 9 on Channel 4 and All 4. With cakes as sweet as candy from Gemma Collins.
I'm a cooking genius.
And a splash of Tom Daly. Release the cage. The Great Celebrity Bake Off for Stand Up to Cancer continues. Sundays at 7:40 on Channel 4 and All 4.
At Direct Line, we know hazard avoidance is a big part of driving. But even if you're the best driver on the road, no one can take evasive manoeuvres if they're not behind the wheel. Or predict lightning. Or an escaped herd of cattle. At Direct Line, we do things differently. So when these hazards strike, we won't take away your no-claim discount. Why should you lose out? Come direct to find out more. We're on it. Direct Line.
Why did we start keeping money inside pigs? Life is confusing. Don't be confused. BeConfused.com.
At Lidl, we're big on British Spring. And what could be more British than British daffodils put in a spring in your step? Or hot cross buns baked in Britain. Fresh little veg, so tasty, even the kids will eat them. Maybe. And everyone going, ooh, when you bring out the chicken. Now that's big on quality and always Lidl on price.
Meet the top trainers taking on Britain's most challenging pups.
Oh my god, it is a living nightmare.
And their owners.
He looks quite nervous. Look how far you've come. Well done.
From the makers of The Doghouse, a brand new series, The Dog Academy, starts Thursday the 30th of March on Channel 4 and All 4.
New Magnum Double Caramel Minis. The full indulgence of Magnum, but mini. Magnum Mini always fits.
12 strangers and one epic journey across South Africa. To win a share of 300 grand, but standing between them and the money, we've built Incredible Temptations and it will cost the group's prize money.
3,000 a bit. This is ridiculous.
Tempting Fortune, a brand new series starts Sunday at 9 on Channel 4 and All 4.
This time, can the three lions go all the way and become the champions of Europe? It starts here. Follow England as they face Italy in the UEFA European qualifiers. Thursday at 7, live and free on Channel 4 and All 4.
And there's a look ahead to the opening games of the European qualifiers for Euro 2024 tonight at 11:05 on Channel 4. After the grafters get to work again with strong language, it's rise and fall.
"16 strangers from all walks of life are living in this iconic London tower. Some seized power and are the rulers at the top.
There's a bar.
The rest have become grafters, living a life of hard work in the basement. It is grotesque as they battle to win up to £100,000. Previously, sparks flew in the Red Room.
No, Prince, let me finish. Let me finish. No. Can I just finish what I want to say?
Cheryl squeezed the most out of the grafters.
Yes.
You have earned £2,500 for the prize fund.
Marina became the first grafter to rise. Fucking deserved it.
Thank you so much.
Welcome to the penthouse as a ruler. Tonight, a new arrival shocks the grafters.
I'm Rossi.
Tempers flare.
I don't need to explain it to you. You're a clever girl.
What?
And at the end of a dog's dinner of a day, which ruler will fall?
Strategy's going to have to come into it.
And it's only going to get harder.
He's a patronising prick.
The gap between the top and bottom has never been closer. This is Rise and Fall. With Marina ascending to the ruling heavens, we thought we'd send another grafter down to basement hell. And this one's a right cheeky devil.
Oh my god. Hi. Are you moving in? I'm Rossi.
Oh my
God. I'm a grafter. Hello, I'm James. Nice to meet you. You good? Hi. I'm Connor. Nice to meet you. We can help her.
Joanna.
Joanna.
Sydney. What's your name?
Sydney's Rossi.
Rossi.
Bit nervous, but nerves are good. It's not bad nerves. I'm not going to shit myself, but you know, it's good nerves. What have I let myself in for?
We're a bit shocked.
Yeah,
Welcome.
so am I. Take a seat, Buff.
I'm a little bit fuming because we've just had another grafter upstairs and now we've just had a new person walk through the door. It's another person that you've got to beat.
What do you do for work, mate? Where are you from? I'm from London originally, but I live in Norfolk. People think I'm gay, but I'm not. I've got a wife and a kid, and they've all. I used to be cabin crew. I've done cabin crew for 7 years. What do you do now? Fashion merchandising. My dad owns my family business is fashion.
Oh wow!
Can I interest you in some soup and bread? I'm going to tell you something now. That soup is the worst thing you'll ever put in your mouth, mate.
Don't say
I doubt
that.
it.
It's
Don't start this. You don't understand it. My game plan is to be a little bit of a lovable, funny rogue, and then have a bit of two-facedness about me. I'm here to win the goddamn thing. So if I have to piss people off, so be it.
The gloves are off for Rossi, although probably not for long with how cold it is down there. And up in the penthouse, where only a ruler can win the prize fund, Marina is settling into her life as a dynamic young leader by putting on an eye mask and going to bed.
Oh, I'm so happy for you today, you know. Thank you. Honestly, I'm just very humbled by kind of the support I've had from everyone here, like from the grafters and from you guys. And like, it means a lot. It really does. I was just really overwhelmed to be promoted up to a ruler. I dropped out of uni less than 2 months ago, and it was brave and it was a big decision, but I definitely did not think I'd have this kind of power.
You can succeed and fulfill anything you put your mind to, okay?
Exactly.
Always channel that and believe that and be true.
No, 100%.
There's a lot of mixed vibes at the moment in the penthouse. Lucia and Rachel are very tight at the moment. I'm hoping Marina doesn't be so naive to that situation. If she's going to be naive and go with them, I feel it's going to be me against the three of them.
Do you snore, Rossi? No, babe. Lovely. The bedroom of the basement reminds me a bit of army camp barracks. One pillow don't help. I like two pillows to get to sleep on.
No, we're going to be a day late, but there's still 2 days to see the Red Square and the Kremlin and the... Wow, you really didn't sleep a wink, didn't you? Was it that bad? What? Your hotel. I swear to you, mine was like a gulag. And you know the stock room in the basement at the store? It was half that size. No windows. And oh, here we go. And this is the best part, okay? The phone rings 3 o'clock in the morning. It's reception asking, do you want a prostitute? I mean, apparently it's normal here, but like it threw me for a loop. I mean, I what she did. Just kidding you. Sweetie? You all right? You sure you're okay, sweetie?
Yeah.
Oh! There he is. Where you been, Tavarish?
Tovarish,
Tavarish.
you must be Jesse.
Yeah, oh, this is Ilya Grinko. He's our new bunkmate.
My colleague tells me he's too busy and cannot join me for early dinner. May I ask you to accept my invitation? I am famished.
Famished is right. Yeah, well, we're happy to join you. Is that all right, sweetie?
Is the dining car even open?
I'm afraid my watch doesn't work.
Mine's fine. And oh, we're in luck. It's almost 5.
Almost 5.
Here I am trying to explain the situation to the station master, and Ilya appears out of nowhere and starts translating.
Your husband is a lucky guy.
His English is excellent, don't you think, honey?
My son encouraged me. He liked your country. He was going to be in diplomatic service. Not come yet.
Well, hold on there, Ilya. Can policemen drink while on duty?
Well, we won't tell my boss, eh?
No, thanks.
Don't be shy.
You're a cop.
A detective, Jess.
With FSKN like your Bureau of Narcotics.
Ilya's on his way to a big conference in Moscow, all the way from Vladivostok.
In Soviet days, officials like me would get plane ticket first class. Now, 7 days on train, Nostroda.
Oh, yeah. Hold on there, Ilya. You don't tell me that you missed the USSR. I mean, the USSR was a dark, evil empire.
Maybe so. But then we were people living in the darkness. Now we are people dying in the light. Which is better? When it was USSR, a man lived to age 65 years. Now it is 58 years. I know this fact very well. I am 58. In Russia now we say there are only 2 kinds of people. Those who live in private jet, those who live in coffee.
I got a bedroom in it.
What's for you?
All to live.
I got a bedroom, nothing.
Which is catching the bad guys, huh, Ilya?
Right.
Well, who are they? Who are the bad guys?
10 years ago, it was easy. Heroin from Kabul in back of truck, we catch them. So they get smart. They add special chemical to heroin, mold it into objects, souvenirs, handicrafts, small toys. And they pay people mules. They think you call them who can travel easily with drugs. They use students, sold babushkas, people who look innocent but are really not. These are bad guys.
See ya.
Hey, Jess, Abby and what was his name? The Spaniard.
Carlos.
The backpackers you told me about who shared your cabin.